Alright, what's going on, guys? My name's Toadskii, and I'm here today with CHALKM4N and C1TRUS to record yet another Misfit Show podcast. And I think it is number 6. I'm pretty
It's
sure
been a
it's...
while since we've done one.
It has been a while. It's been a very long
Been a long
while.
time.
Yeah.
Because we've been focused with the Minecraft series.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's going on it's going along quite well. I haven't actually seen the views on that. How's that been going?
I'm not entirely sure, but I've been trying to get everything done for the next episode, so yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, I don't know if you guys heard about this, but recently, like really recently, like within the past week, there has been quite a few rumors going around about the next Pokemon game.
The only
Um,
reason I heard about this was from you.
Yeah.
I think I heard yesterday while I was talking to you on Skype. I think I heard something in the background that you were playing regarding that said game. But other than that, the only clue that I've gotten is from X and Y saying that there would be
Yeah.
another region.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I've got a whole list of like bullet points with information given through this rumor. So the first dot point says the two new Generation 7 games have been given code names Pokemon Plus and Minus,
Yeah, I heard that.
Okay.
but they also could be suggested to be the final names of the games as well.
Oh,
Yeah, but as soon as I think of plus and minus, I think of Plusle and Minun.
I know,
Yeah.
so do I.
that's what I was thinking as well.
I
I was
watched
thinking
what-
they get Mega Evolutions.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Mega Revolutions for Legendaries. I'm like, really?
Yeah, and then yeah, I think that Plus and Minus is a good name or good names for the series.
Is that where you get the choice to start out with Plusle or Minun?
Oh, I
Oh.
hope not. No, that'd just be horrible. And then
I don't think I'd want it to go plus and minus. I still think that they have a few things that they could name it after
Pokemon
rather than
Beige. No, let's not do that.
Pokemon Old Beige.
Uh,
Pokemon.
Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Pokemon Rusted Metal. And then it continues on saying the theme for the games will be old tradition versus new exploration.
Oh, that's cool. That sounds cool.
I like that.
And a lot of people are suggesting that it could be made or have connectivity with the Wii U.
Yeah, probably.
I hope it's like they do it so it's connectivity, or it comes out on both the Wii U and the 3DS.
I reckon
don't
that
think
it should be solely made for the 3DS because that's what the real Pokemon games have been.
Yeah.
Handheld.
They've been
Handheld
handheld
Pokemon
games.
stay on portable, yeah.
Yeah,
Pokemon's
but I think
games
that,
have always been on
I
portable,
think that
except
it
for
would-
like the spin-offs. Go on.
I think that it would be good though if there is some sort of connectivity with the Wii U. So like, let's say that on your Versus recorder on your DS, you can display the battle up on your Wii U. Even something along those lines, like have some sort of connectivity.
So
Something
you don't
that-
have to get a capture card for your DS and you can upload videos?
No, I'm just saying that they gotta have some sort of connectivity with their console, or even just the fact that like maybe Plus version is on the 3DS and then the Minus is on the Wii U.
Oh, that was
You
shit.
know how like they made Mystery Dungeon Red and Blue?
Yeah, DS and UBA.
Yeah, maybe something similar to that.
No, I don't think that would be really good,
Nah.
especially if they're taking old tradition. In fact, a tradition along all Pokemon games has been that different Pokemon, a select few Pokemon, appear on each game rather than the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the integration between those two, if someone wants to complete their Pokédex, granted now you've got all this connectivity with the internet and you've got Wonder Trade and all that crap, but say if someone doesn't have access to that, the only way that they're going to be able to get it is if they have a friend that has a Wii U and
Through infrared.
whatever game through infrared with the 3DS, or if they have both consoles, both games by themselves, and the average person who actually plays Pokemon really doesn't have that kind of money.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless have like siblings.
Yeah.
Game Freak. It also says here that Game Freak, which was one of the first the first development studies within Nintendo to get alpha prototype hardware, has now been upgraded to beta prototype. The Pokemon Fighters render that went out as a teaser was running alpha prototype hardware. So if you guys hadn't seen the Pokemon Fighters, it was basically like they had the Pokemon out on the field and it was like Tekken, but they were Pokemon.
Oh, I think I saw that. That was the one with Lucario and Blaziken.
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah. And basically, they made a render of it that made it look like it was like straight from the anime, and it made it look really really cool. And that was apparently ran like that. Render was done on alpha prototype hardware, but then there's this new thing called beta prototype hardware, which will have advanced cell shading, giving it very detailed living appearance.
And
In
that's
the
for the
game.
3DS, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. This is just what it's saying on this rumor here. But if they made
Okay.
it look similar to the anime, I think that'd be really, really cool. But I don't see Game Freak doing that, as they just remade every single sprite for the 3DS and in Pokemon
Yeah.
X and Y. So I can't really see them doing that.
Well, this is the first time I'm actually even hearing of this. Like, I haven't heard or seen any of this information before.
Yeah, it's not really well known. Like it's not really like
You actually have to go looking for it by name.
yeah, pretty much. And apparently, the new battle system in Generation 7 has been completely redone and made simpler.
How can you get
How?
simpler than clicking fight and then a move?
Well, the thing is, I heard that when they say simpler, that means that they're going to be removing all statuses like poison, paralysis, and all that.
Oh,
What?
Removing,
I hate that.
they're making it so that
Track stuff.
every move has 100% accuracy.
Oh.
Yeah, how bad is that?
Oh, if they do that, I swear to God, I'll stop playing. I won't buy any more Pokemon games.
They're gonna lose if they do that. They're going to lose all of their competitive players, and everyone's gonna stick on X and Y because so far that is the best game for competitive
Competitive-wise.
players. Competitive wise,
it's-
X and Y is the best game. If they get rid of status effects and every move has, because that's some of the fun about playing Pokemon, especially competitive. The accuracy of some moves isn't that great. Say
Hypnosis.
if I want to use Inferno on you, it's got an 85% accuracy.
50.
But
Oh,
50?
50. Yeah, 50.
Okay, well, it's got a 50%
It's
accuracy.
130
Oh, wait.
damage.
130 damage and a
100
100%
damage.
chance. Whatever. And a 100% chance of burning
She's
the.
Fire Blast.
Yeah.
No, but it's also got a 100% chance of burning the other Pokemon,
Yep.
regarded that they don't have sleep or poison or anything else on them.
Yeah.
So that's a part. That's a part of the fun. It's a part of like the
It's
little
the
bit of the
hacks.
gamble. Yeah,
Like
Exactly,
in like they were going to remove critical hits as well.
that's
Ugh.
stupid.
So
That's all that crazy gambit stuff. Like, say if your Pokemon's about to die, like say like with our Nuzlocke, one of our Pokemon's about to die. We don't want to switch out, and we can catch that Pokemon. You know, it's just a bit of a gamble. That's some of the fun about playing Pokemon. You have a gamble every now and then, and when it pays off, you feel really good. And when it doesn't work, you're like, "Ah, fuck,
Yeah,
shit."
and what else they're gonna do? Add 100% catch rate to every Pokeball?
Yeah.
well, that's another thing that they might even add. Like
Well,
yeah.
that's
Honestly, all this sounds like a lot of bullshit to me. I don't
Yeah.
see them doing any of this shit because it all sounds friggin' ridiculous, and they know they'll lose half of their fan.
I know.
Half,
I know.
a majority of their fan base.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think if they were to do it, I think that they'd probably do it just because a lot of
New
people,
generations.
yeah, with this generation, everyone from like Gen X and all the baby boomers and stuff like that, they say that our generation, Generation Y, was really lazy compared to them, but I'd actually say that the generation after ours, the people who were born after 2000, have become a lot lazier than our actual generation.
Oh yeah.
And I think that they're trying to, if they were to do it, they'd probably be trying to attract more people to Pokemon by dumbing it down, simplifying it so everyone can play it without needing too much knowledge. But even then, it's already dumbed down so much that anyone can pick it up and start playing it. I started playing Gen 2, and I just picked up a GBA, put Pokemon Gold in, and I was playing it straight away, knew how to catch Pokemon, every single thing, paralysis, all that stuff.
Yeah, that's it. Like it's just a pick up and play game, but doing this is just like it's just they don't need to do it. They don't need to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it doesn't
I
make
just
sense
don't-
that they would do it.
Yeah, the hardest thing about Pokemon is the online scene, which is the IVs, the EVs, the breeding, the egg moves. That's the hardest thing about the whole thing, and you don't even have to do it. It's oh, what's the word I'm looking for?
It's fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
It makes it a bit more.
It's optional. It's
Yeah.
optional.
Okay.
You don't have to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if you really wanted to, you could just keep restarting your game and playing over and over again. Because since there's so many now, there's so much variety of Pokemon. You could change your team throughout the whole game at least 12 times before you've used every single Pokemon in the whole Pokedex.
Wait, what? Change your whole team?
Yeah, like say for X and Y, for example, they've put such a high variety of Pokemon in there. You
Yeah.
could change your team like 12 times. That's if you decide
Oh,
to get
yeah.
rid of your starter,
Yeah.
and you still wouldn't have used every single Pokemon in the um
Kalos
Kalos
region.
Pokedex.
Yeah.
It's such a large variety.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I like X and Y, because there's so much variety in
Yeah.
the game. Like when you're playing in game, you have so many different options to choose to have in your team. It's awesome. I really like it, and especially how they've given you the Generation 1 starters along with the Generation 6 starters as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I first heard about that, I was like, oh, well.
Yeah, it's like when I first heard
yeah.
about Mega Evolutions, I'm like, oh really? You're gonna add another
But-
evolution? What is this, Digimon?
No,
Yeah.
but I like how the integration worked with the Mega Evolution and
Yeah,
how
it's not permanent.
yeah, and how they
Abilities.
put the Gen 1 starters into the game, having them at level 10. I don't know, everything just seemed to flow and everything felt a bit nice.
Yeah.
And having watched people play Gen 1 when I was 4 or 5
Being-
and playing Gen 2,
yeah.
I thought it was really nice having those Squirtle, Bulbasaur, and Charmander being in there. It gave me a bit of nostalgia, and it also gave me a chance to use a different starter rather than having to be forced to use the new starters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was also one of their selling points to the older audience. Like they're saying, "Oh, look, you can be reunited with some of your favorite Pokemon back in the day," and
Yeah.
all that. And that was a really
Yeah.
good selling point for them. But
And
also,
it
yeah.
worked really well for me, I have to say, because I didn't end up using my Froakie at all. I used Charmander all the way.
And going back to the Wii U, another dot point says here that more traditional gameplay will occur on the handheld controller, while there will be a new aspect of gameplay on the terminal unit, meaning the Wii U.
Yeah.
Okay, what do they mean by that though?
Well, it doesn't really
Okay.
say too much, but it could be
Exactly.
anything, you know?
What I still think.
That's all. It's like that's like a good and bad point. But you can if you look into it too much, it could be shit. If you can look into it like a little bit, it could be like the best thing in the world.
Look,
It just depends on your point of view.
the
Yep.
way I see it, before like Gen 7, they can feel free to touch Wii U. I mean, they had the integration between the first gen and second gen games with Pokemon Stadium. Then they had
Yes.
all that other stuff. I kind of was
Pokemon
out of
Snap.
I was out of the picture for Gen 3, so I don't know if they released a console game that was interactive between.
Yeah,
Um,
they did. They
was
they
that
released,
Pokemon Stadium 2?
No, Pokemon Stadium 2 was still
Gen 1, Gen 2.
Gen 3 is what's that
Mystery
again?
Dungeon.
No, Gen 3 was Hoenn.
Oh,
Yeah.
and so.
Yeah, so their interactive one was the GameCube's Pokemon Coliseum and the Pokemon XD. Gale of
yeah.
Darkness.
And,
I thought XD was Johto.
no.
Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness is
Oh, yeah, you're
for
right,
the
you're
GameCube.
right. Yeah.
And, then with, Pokemon. Then with Diamond and Pearl, they had,
Revolution.
Revolution. So what would be nice to see is if they had another one of those games coming out on the Wii U that you could connect X and Y or 7th gen up to,
Or both.
or both, to get a bit of rewards, copy your Pokemon over, let you have a little bit of a
Okay,
play on that.
This is what I think that they're trying to achieve with the Pokebank, just removing the whole gameplay aspect of it, just transferring it onto an online PC where you can access it on both accounts.
Anytime, anywhere.
One thing that I really liked about those games, like as you're saying, like Revolution and Gale of Darkness, not Gale of Darkness too much, but Coliseum, is that how you could get the Pokemon in those games and you could transfer them to your actual game.
Yeah,
on the
like,
portable
Yeah,
console.
after you cleared their shadow though.
Yeah, that's true, but you still get all these Pokemon. Like in Coliseum, didn't you get like the Espeon and the Umbreon?
You got
Yeah.
you got like seriously, I can actually Yeah, I know you started out. You started was Espeon and Umbreon, so you got to choose whether or not you wanted to train either one of those up. Because you got, personally, I like Espeon, because Umbreon doesn't have a big variety of moves, unlike Espeon, where it can learn a lot more moves. It's not more versatile and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm on Cerebi at the moment, and I'll read to you the
Yeah.
Pokemon that you can get. So available
Something
Pokemon.
something I really wanted to
Okay.
quickly say was with Revolution and with those games as well. I liked how you could get unique Pokemon with a few like extra moves that you can't actually get in game. Like from
Yes.
Pokemon Revolutions, you can get Pokemon Revolution. You can get a special Pikachu that
Oh
knows
yes,
Surf
Surf.
and
yes.
Fly.
And you know when you get that Pokemon and if you use it competitively, which I'm pretty sure it was banned competitively, but yeah, that just comes to a shock to other people. Like, oh my god, that Pikachu has Surf. I wasn't expecting that at
The
all.
thing that I remember the most was in Pokemon Battle Revolution and getting those event Electivire and Magmortar.
Yes, I
Yeah.
love with the
Those were
cross chop
good.
and ice punch and that. Yeah.
Yeah, those were good. Those
Yeah.
were good.
Well, the Pokemon you could get from Colosseum to train onto your like your Hoenn region was Espeon, Umbreon, Makuhita, Bayleaf, Quilava, Crocodile, Mistreatus, Slugma, Noctowl, Flaffy, Skiploom, Quagsire, Furret, Yanma, Remoraid, Mantine, Billfish, Dunsparce,
So basically, every single
uh,
Gen 2 Pokemon.
Meditite, Swablu, Pseudo-Widow, Plusle, Hitmontop, Entei, Ledian, Suicune, Gligar, Sneasel, Piloswine, Stantler, Ariados, Apom, Murkrow, Forretress, Gramble, Vibrava,
A lot of
Raikou,
Pokemon.
Sunflower, Delibird.
Okay, okay.
We get it.
And
A lot of Pokemon.
exactly, but some you could get events like
Like what?
if you completed the Mount Battle 100th battle on challenge, you get a level 70 Ho-Oh.
That's cool.
Hmm.
And then if it's only happened, I think in Japan and North America, you could get a Celebi one. You get Celebi, Pikachu, Jirachi, Togepi, Mareep, and Sizzle.
Oh
Mm.
yeah.
So yeah, I think that they should have that kind of game. And also something that would be cool if for the Wii U they recreated Pokemon Snap because now you've got the terminal and you've got the
Yeah,
controller and you could because the controller has a gyroscope in it, they could use
exactly.
it as a camera effectively.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
could. Yeah.
And
So
that would just make everything so much more interactive and everything. I don't know
Yeah,
why they haven't started investing money into that game.
yeah, I know. I loved Pokemon Snap. I completed like I did. I played it on my N64, but since I didn't have a game cartridge to save it, it always kept restarting.
Yeah.
So I downloaded it for my Nintendo Wii, and I clocked it. And yeah, I love Pokemon Snap. And they've been talking like a lot of people have been saying, bring back Pokemon Snap
Yeah.
remake
I don't see why
like
they
the
haven't
last
done
three
it. They get
generations.
Yeah, they'd get so much more. They get so much money from it. Like
Yeah,
I won't beat around the bush. They'll get money from it because it reached out and it got so much of an audience. And a lot of people that played Pokemon Snap never played
anything
never
else?
played or have never played since any other Pokemon game. So
Yeah.
they'd get so much money. They've got like what
Totally
700
going off track right here.
what
Yeah, we are.
Sorry, but you know,
Yeah, yeah,
they've got like
just-
700 Pokemon now, plus with the HD graphics. I don't see what's holding them back.
It'd take them a long
Exactly.
time to program that game.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they have to make all the animations and stuff.
Yeah,
but yeah,
definitely.
let's get back on. Let's get back on
Okay,
track.
so we just
Bit
talked
of a detour.
about the traditional stuff on the handheld, new aspects on the terminal unit, and then continues on to blah blah blah. Tries to explain the region. So it says a new as yet unnamed region is based upon Southeast Asia and may have large peninsula and many islands. It currently has few areas mapped out, but there is a lot of concept art which is being shuttled back and forth. Routes between islands will be connected by water bridges and underwater tunnels. In keeping with the Southeast Asia theme, there will be a stone Slow King statue, which is a parody of the reclining Buddha at Wat Pho in Thailand.
Okay.
That
Well,
that description. I know Japan isn't in Southeast Asia, but it's kind of south and it's east in Asia.
It's not Southeast Asia.
Shut up.
Southeast Asia is like it's below
Totally
China.
racist.
Anything below China, really.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna say completely off topic. This is very off topic. I want to see them do. I don't know. I think it's just because we're Australian, but I want to see them do one based off Australia.
And
I
make
wanna,
Australian Pokemon.
yes, like kangaroos, wombats, and all that
I think
crap.
that's what Kangaskhan was.
Kangaskhan's
Yeah,
a kangaroo.
I know, but like more kangaroo looking.
And also those Pokemon would be dead dangerous. Seriously.
Yeah, yeah. Like instead of koalas, have drop bears.
I'd love to see like a koala with like sharp teeth and sharp
Yeah,
claws and
a
shit.
drop bear. Have you ever heard of a drop bear?
Yes,
Yes.
I have heard of a drop bear.
Yeah, like base the Pokemon off a drop bear, not a koala. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but the thing
Be
is,
awesome.
all of the Pokemon games that have been created have been made based on Japan. Like all
Not
of them.
all of them.
Yes.
I don't like.
Oh, well, besides X and Y, which have been based on in France.
Paris, France.
Paris,
Yeah.
France, yeah. Well, the rest of them, like everyone has seen that the region maps, they actually all like line up together to make the Japan country like itself.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. But then France in X and Y, like that's been totally different
Random.
compared to like the rest of them.
Yeah, random for Pokemon.
Mm. Okay, so the next thing here is the new starter Pokemon that they're talking about. So
Starter Pokemon always gets me in a freaking shit if they're not any good.
okay, well these aren't very good to me, but anyways, the first one says a water type that evolves into a water steel and is a teardrop-shaped humanoid with a jar on its head, which gets filled and glows as it evolves, necessitating another set of arms to hold it. A fire. No, yeah. I can't even read that. What does that say? It's like something, another set of arms to hold it. Okay, so it like grows more arms to hold the jar. Yeah, okay. That's weird, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds like some sort of Aqua Steel
Like
Machamp.
aqueous looking thing.
It's like Machamp cross.
It would look like
Oleon.
Revival Jam off Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yes.
That's what, like when I read that, it reminds me of Revival Jam for some reason.
Yeah,
What
agree.
else is the other one?
So the fire type, which evolves into a fire fairy type, that is
Okay.
a tiny goat with fire escaping from its horns, who eventually develops a look-alike cross between a ram and a hot rod as it reaches its final revolution.
That sounds kind of cool to me.
That sounds kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's because it's a ram and a hot rod, and I can actually. But at the same time, it makes me think a lot of Go-Go.
Yeah, kind of. Like I can imagine like a giant like when I
Flaming
listen to that,
Go-Go.
I'd like to see like a giant bull with like horns and shit, and it's like on 2 feet.
Like
Yeah.
like a centaur.
Yeah, kind of like a centaur. Yeah, that'd be cool.
A minotaur.
A minotaur. That's it. Yeah, centaur is the human and the horse, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the final one is a grass type who evolves into a grass electric, and
That's different.
goes from being in form of a face with a root-like body to an electric palm tree with multiple petal faces.
That sounds
Like
annoying.
Executor.
Yeah, like an executor.
That sounds annoying.
But still, like water steel. That if this was real, like this would be the second water steel type
Yeah.
in Pokemon. Then there'd be a fire fairy, which is a really interesting typing combination. And
What's the typing for water they haven't combined with yet?
I'd say what they should do. I think that they should make some starter Pokemon really obscure types like Ghost, Bug.
Nah, they need to maintain
stuff
that
like
aspect of fire, grass,
Yeah,
and water.
yeah, but Fire, Grass, and Water. Second types like Water Ghost, Fire Bug.
that would be kind of weird.
Well, you've got Volcarona and stuff like that. That kind of works.
I'd like a water ghost type.
And there is actually one other grass electric type in Rotom Cut as well.
Yeah.
But other than that, like these are all really obscure typings that we've never seen before. I don't like Fire Fairy typing together. I really don't like that at all. I think that
Yeah, but then it has its resistance to steel,
true. Like,
and
although-
it's still weak to poison.
Although it does sound really cool, like I just can't see it happening. I can't see there being a fire fairy type. I can't see there being another
Okay,
grass
I can
electric.
see there being a fire fairy type, but not as a starter Pokemon.
Okay, well, I guess what I had a look at the timeline just before, and Pokemon games seem to come out on a yearly to biannually basis.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen? I think this year at around October is Z is going to come out just for a placeholder, so that gives us something to do while
I
they're
like what they did
working on
with
the next
Platinum,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, and then there'll either be another 2 year gap between Z and the seventh generation, or they'll release the seventh generation in October 2015.
Yeah, I reckon release the 7th generation teaser when they release Z.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe a little like towards Christmas.
So those are the starter Pokemon that have been rumored in the 7th generation, and then there is also a dot point on the legendary Pokemon. So in Pokemon Plus, the main legendary Pokemon is a psychic ground type with multiple faces who looks somewhat similar to a Shifu lion.
God.
And
No.
the main legendary for Pokemon Minus will be a ghost fairy type that has 2 dashes for eyes and many hurricane-like arms.
Oh, that's not racist.
No. It's something that I noticed with at least all of not at least every single Pokemon game is that there is there is a level of symbolism between the rare Pokemon that you can find on the game and the name itself. So rather than red, blue, and yellow, because they weren't like special Pokemon that you could catch on that, just your basic trio and then Mewtwo. Those were basically the rare Pokemon on yellow and red and blue.
Yeah,
but you've got gold, that was Ho-Oh, and that was a gold Pokemon. Silver was Lugia.
White.
What?
Uh,
Lugia looks kind of silver. And then you've got Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, which is Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza, and they all have a level of symbolism.
Diamond Pearl Platinum.
Diamond Pearl Platinum.
No. Hoenn region. It was Groudon, which was the Pokemon that made the land. Kyogre made the sea, and then Rayquaza made the skies, or something like that.
Yeah,
Rayquaza is Guardian of the Sky.
Yeah.
Yeah, but well, actually, it was the Guardian of the Ozone.
Oh yeah, because Deoxys, yeah.
Yeah, but there's always been some symbolism between the title of the game and the Pokemon, especially with X and Y. You've got Zonies, which looks to be in a relatively X shape, and then you've got Pokemon Y, which is Yveltal, and that's
it's just a Y.
That's a Y shape, effectively.
Have you actually heard the reasoning behind those Pokemon being chosen for that game, for the X and Y games?
No.
There's that story about the ancient tree, and there's I don't remember the actual. I think it's something to do with some
Ancient
sort of
tree
religion.
and the evil darkness.
Yeah, there's a snake in the tree, there's a deer in the tree, and then there's a bird. So that's why there's the deer is Xerneas, and then the bird is Yveltal, and then the snake is Zygarde. It's not. I don't remember the actual story, but
it's like it's meant to be like Adam and Eve.
No, I don't think it's that. No,
I don't know.
The snake deceived. Blah blah blah. Yeah.
I don't remember the actual story, but yeah.
But yeah, so if they were gonna name them Plus and Minus, then the legendary Pokemon that you'd be forced to catch somewhere through the story, as you know that's going to happen, would have to resemble a plus and a minus, effectively.
Then what's the next one? Equals?
Yeah. Yeah, no, to an extent.
Equals?
Or Pokemon Pi version. Like, the mathematical pi symbol.
Oh, wow.
I mean, to me, that just sounds stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, to everyone it sounds fucking stupid.
Yeah, so it also says that many Pokemon from Hoenn and Sinnoh will make an appearance.
Oh yeah, I'm fine with I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that.
And then something that really blew my mind, it said that there will be a new type of Pokemon that are similar to Shinies. There are no other details given about this new type, other than that it will change the game significantly.
Yeah, no, that's bullshit. I don't like
I've heard of introducing Chrome Pokemon, like metallic kind of looking Pokemon. Like it's not like fully metallic. It's just look like their color, but it's like a slight tinge of like metallic kind of color into them.
Monochrome.
Monochrome, that's it.
Yeah.
Because Because there's been glitches where people install their own version of monochrome Pokemon on what they think they're going to look like on like ROMs and stuff.
Okay.
And yeah, that's what I've seen pictures and stuff online.
Yeah, no, that doesn't sound very nice to me.
Oh,
Those two games, regardless of whether or not they're going to be called X and Y, the rumor does
Some
not
Y?
sound accurate at all.
no, it doesn't, does it? And this is probably
It sounds like someone just wanted a lot of attention on the internet.
now this dot point here is like one of the main reasons why this whole thing is bullshit. Okay, so
Are you serious? Everything else wasn't bullshit already?
if this was the first one you read, you would literally say, okay, this is bullshit, like straight away. All right, so it says the new villains have been described as being Zohei Zilots, with quotes. That's got quotes on that. Who have learned that the player's best friend is a reincarnation of a type of person with special abilities, such as creating mega evolutions without using a mega ring, who is only reincarnated every 100 years. They believe in an old system where people are assigned a Pokemon egg and stay with that Pokemon for the rest of their lives. Under this system, the person's role in society is controlled by the function of their Pokemon. They do not agree with the modern system where Pokemon trainers can capture multiple Pokemon. Because of this clash between their beliefs and the modern way, they're going on a journey to ask the legendaries to return things the way they once were. They will keep the players away from their friends, saying that he only loves Pokemon and not humans. It will eventually be revealed that the friend must die to wake up the legendaries.
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen because
The
Pokemon's a
fuck?
child's game. Pokemon is a children's game.
Okay.
If your best friend dies, that's
Right.
not going. That's bullshit. Bullshit.
Yeah,
Big bullshit.
the thing is, oh my god, the thing is, Pokemon's target audience is like people from
10
like
years
ages
old.
6 to 10.
Yeah.
Its real audience is ages between 17 and 25.
Like, to me, that sounds like an amazing storyline for an MA game.
Yes.
Yeah.
That sounds really good for, like, you've got all this oppression that you've got to deal with, get over. But also, if they take away the you can't catch Pokemon anymore because someone's taken it away from you, then what's the point of playing Pokemon if you can't catch Pokemon?
The best theory. I know
Okay,
why
hey,
they're called
sorry,
plus and
one
minus.
second. 1 second. Wouldn't that make the first ever Pokemon song really irrelevant? Gotta catch 'em all.
Actually, yes, that would.
Now, I've got the best theory behind this now. It finally makes sense. Okay. They call the games plus and minus because Pokemon Plus is 16 and over, and Pokemon Minus is 16 and under,
wow.
or 15 and under.
Wow.
That's why. That's
You
why.
reckon?
No.
Oh wow.
Yep.
That's disgraceful.
And there are a variety of Pokemon gyms, including one that has a male system that uses flying-type Pokemon and focuses primarily on sky battles. Another uses only baby Pokemon, and yet another uses ghost and dark Pokemon.
Yeah, no.
One gym will have a military-style leader who uses fire and steel types.
Okay, something that I have to say about sky battles.
They shit.
Okay, well, yeah, that.
I
But
didn't mind them, but I always seem to lose because I always only had one flying type.
yeah, well, I had a Charizard, so.
See, I had a actually no, I had a Charizard and an Aerodactyl. But
Basically, in X and Y, every time you find someone for a sky battle, it's always optional. If they make it so you've got a gym leader and you have to do a sky battle with a gym leader, if you don't have a flying type Pokemon, you can't advance. So
yeah,
there's-
Pokemon with levitate.
they're forcing you to get a certain type of Pokemon.
and that's not what Pokemon's about. Pokemon is about the option of creating whatever team that you like, and the option of doing a sky battle if you want to.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. Continuing on, the gameplay with gym leaders and Elite Four can be played entirely on the handheld and can be blown up on the terminal for home play. So that's,
okay, so that's what
they should do.
Can you repeat that again?
The gameplay with gym leaders and Elite Four can be played entirely on the handheld and can be blown up on the terminal for home play.
Why not just do that for for the whole game?
So it's like
Why
when
not-
you could you get the adaptable cartridge at the bottom of the GameCube because you can plug in
Yeah.
any Game Boy Advance game or Game Boy Color or just the original normal Game Boy. game into that and play it. As long as you have the disc and the adapter, you can play it on the big screen.
Yeah, just regardless of whether or not you were walking around or versing a person or a wild Pokemon battle, you could just
Exactly.
play it on the big screen, regardless.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's weird how they only say gym leaders and Elite Four. Like, it says that only that can be played and be blown up on the terminal.
I understand with
So this is a typo.
I understand with the 3D feature on X and Y how you can only use it during certain places because the 3D, first of all, it takes a shitload of power to use, and you know, it does put a strain on the hardware. And say for horde battles, you can't use 3D for horde battles because it's got to do all this extra rendering and shit for 6 Pokemon in one battle, and yeah, it's just too much on the system. But whereas with playing Pokemon on a big screen,
Yeah.
it doesn't require. It requires barely not anything.
Yeah,
off
the Wii U would be able to power
the
that
Wii U.
easy. Yeah.
So I understand the restrictions on X and Y regarding 3D, but regarding playing Pokemon on the big screen, the Wii U could just
Got no excuse.
yeah, it would just knock it out of the park. So there's no excuse for not doing it for gym battles and Elite Four.
Yeah, well, there's more stuff on the terminal. So it says here that the mainland, in commas, the mainland is an MMO-like environment that is only available on the terminal. It is shared by both versions. Players can chat worldwide. They can trade, mingle, experience updated storylines in this area.
They're like the GTS.
Sort of. It's kind of like Facebook, but for Pokemon.
God.
Why not just make a little region called Facebook region where people can run around and talk and open up windows? Just make a little application. Make a little application that you pay like $5 to use, and it's basically Pokemon Facebook.
Yeah, there's that. And then there's only a couple more left that we got to go through. And one is talking about Pokemon Band. Pokemon Band is an experience which is intended to give people who do not battle an opportunity to interact together by having their Pokemon dance and make music in order to achieve a high group score.
So like a Pokemon contest.
Yeah, but it's like a band.
I always thought when I first started seeing like Pokemon contests on the anime, like starting with May and then going onto Dawn, I actually thought they were going to make Pokemon contests a big part of the game. Like you could, if you chose the boy, you'd do badges, and you chose the girl, you'd do the contests. Which would have been good because you could mix it up more. But then again, it would take up a lot of memory on the cartridge.
Yes. Whereas, rather than being gender locked, so you either got badges based on whether or not you chose a boy or a girl.
So if you're a boy, you could choose gyms or contests.
Yeah, but yeah, that's basically what they did anyway. You could do in the Gen 3 games and in some of the Gen 4, you still got that choice to do gym battles and Pokemon contests. Gym battles were required. Pokemon contest was optional.
Yeah, but what I'm talking about is like trying to get to like the grand final of battle contests and stuff where like it's like the Indigo Plateau, but instead of Pokemon League, it's the battle contest where you actually verse, like, you're actually trying to win all this thing. You actually include style points, then you do the battle, and then you advance rounds and stuff.
Yeah, no, I understand that, and I think that would have been a really cool dynamic, but it just seems that they've taken it out.
Yeah, I know, they've gotten rid of it.
That would be really hard to program as well.
Yeah, it would be. That really does seem like a Wii U game.
Yeah. And then there's one last stop point. It says the mainland and handheld areas of the game will actually have Pokemon banks where people can import Pokemon from Pokemon X and Y.
Okay, there we go.
Actual buildings that are banks.
Oh. Okay,
Yeah.
well, that seems reasonable, but what I think is that... Oh, wait, no.
Yeah, continue.
No, hold on.
I said continue.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think with Pokebank. No, it wouldn't work with Pokebank because then you'd have 7th generation and 6th generation clashing.
Nah, but you wouldn't be able to
That's
put in
5th gen.
7th gen Pokemon.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that would make sense. That does make sense. Having its own Pokebank.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
that does make sense.
yeah. So
Just disregard everything that I didn't say.
whatever. So that basically wraps up all of the rumors surrounding the next Pokemon games. And there's one last thing that really has got me thinking now is what is that strange souvenir that you can receive in Pokemon X and Y? I'm looking at it now on Google.
Oh,
And,
yeah, I heard about that strange souvenir that you
I haven't
talked to,
heard of
like...
it.
No, you talk to... okay, well, there's a guy, he changes places, he goes to a different hotel, each day, and you have to talk to him 4 days in a row, and he's in a different hotel each day, and after you talk to him 4 days in a row, you get an item called, what was it, a strange souvenir?
yeah.
Um,
And I'll read the description of what it says. It says, an ornament depicting a Pokemon that is venerated as a protector in some region far from Kalos.
okay, what's it called? Strange...
Souvenir.
Strange... I spelled strange wrong, but whatever. Probably
Yeah.
gonna spell souvenir wrong.
How strange.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh no, brown cow.
Righto.
So you've got the strange souvenir. It, I watched a video regarding the strange souvenir, and it looks like it. People linked it up. It kind of looks a bit like a Mesprit.
No, it doesn't.
I'd say
What are you, stupid Beal?
no. That's what they said. To me, it kind of looks like a little like fairy type Pokemon
It looks
that
like,
hasn't
it looks
that
like,
hasn't. Yeah.
It looks like a Hiki Tiki doll.
I haven't seen it, so I can't judge.
Alright, Dylan, I'll send you this link here. Or Chalkman, sorry. Look up that link there.
I see Cerebi got a new banner.
Why does everyone keep saying that?
Well, it got a new banner.
I'm looking at
Yeah.
mine and it's got the old Christmas one back on it.
Oh, well, this one here, it's got Mega Scizor, Mega Charizard.
Yeah, I know which one. I know what one you're talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
But, yeah, no. The, souvenir...
It looks like a skeleton to me. Like someone just ripped like the head off of a Pokemon and just peeled the skin back.
Mm.
It looks like a really small Darmanitan's head.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you guys
Like-
look. You
no,
guys must
okay.
have weird eyesight.
A lot of people are looking at it very differently. Look at it on YouTube. I guarantee everyone has their own opinion. No one really knows what it is. But to me, it looks like a little bit like a new fairy type Pokemon that they could possibly introduce.
Looks nothing like a Pokemon. It looks like a Pokemon skull.
Oh, I don't know.
It's just, I don't know. Everyone's got their own little thing to say about it. So, okay. So, an ornament depicting a Pokemon that is...
Oh, actually, do you know what? I tell you what I reckon it's gonna be. I think that it's something to do with a totem pole. Have you seen the totem poles and they got the weird faces on them?
Yeah.
No.
Tiki Tikis.
All right. Well, I'm gonna put this on the Skype and you tell me what you think of that.
Okay.
You see how it's got like the weird faces?
Let me open the bloody page at least.
All right.
Yeah, I
calm
know.
down.
Oh.
Oh
And
yeah,
I'm
well I
starting
know
to think
what
it's something to do with Zatu.
I know what a totem pole is. I thought you meant they were integrated into the game, and I didn't know that they integrated
No.
totem poles yet. But yeah, no, I do see that it could be used as a totem.
Actually,
Put it
hang
on
on.
Zatu's hair.
I'm gonna give you guys this link. Sorry. This one is actually more closer to the strange souvenir, in my opinion.
An ornament depicting a Pokemon that is venerated as a protector in some region far from Kalos. Okay.
Yeah,
well,
very strange.
Yeah. It does. I understand where you would see that it looks like a totem pole head, but yeah, I definitely think because it depicts a Pokemon that is not from the Kalos region, and considering they recently made fairy, and I think that they're gonna want to milk the fairy types, I think it's probably going to be a new Pokemon in 7th Gen that is a fairy type Pokemon.
That's your opinion.
Who keeps sending me crap? Oh wait.
Yeah. Okay, so have you guys got anything more else to add?
Yeah. I was just little thing. VGC's coming up.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that.
I'm going not to participate, but to spectate.
I'm participating.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna be note taking, so you guys may want to stay as far away from me as possible.
Because
If
for you
you're
guys that
seeing
don't know,
with me,
note taking is illegal during battles for the people who are participating. It's so that they don't cheat and remember what Pokemon they had.
You
So
can use it in between rounds, but you can't use it like in the battle.
yeah. So I'm gonna be taking down notes like Pokemon that people are using, move sets and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But yeah, don't just stay away from me to make sure that you don't get in trouble.
Yeah. Well, I think it's going to be a really good day. I mean, where we're going, it says that there's going to be about 70 plus people apparently say they're going. I honestly think it'll be a bit less than that.
Yeah, so I reckon it'll be about 40.
Yeah, I'm expecting at least 40 to 50 people.
But
Because
like 70
people say they're
people.
going, and then like, last minute, like, oh, I don't want to go. It's just this.
Yeah.
It's going to be.
And,
I
like-
don't know, like if these people are going to be good or if they're going to be like.
Yeah, I don't even know. I'm pretty sure I'm in way over my head. But
Actually, you know what? I think
only
I
because-
might. With you guys saying that, you can't tell the level. I'm overestimating everyone, and I don't think that I'm gonna. To be honest, I can't even win against my friends, so I may as well not even play.
Yeah, I think I'm a bit in over my head because I've only really got into the competitive scene.
Recently.
Yeah, recently. So
why?
I don't know, but I reckon I've got a pretty solid team. I think. Like I just finished breeding my team, but I don't know. I'll see how I go.
Toadskii has a really solid team. That Gligar that you have, or Gliscor or
That's
whatever,
not-
He's not using it.
you're not using it.
Nope.
Why?
I'll tell you
Bred a whole
exactly
new
what I'm
team.
using. I bred a whole new team for it. I'm using Rotom Wash,
Scrotum Wash. Yes.
Talonflame.
What did you nickname the Pokemon?
Okay, so Rotom Wash, aka Nappy Sand.
Okay, yeah.
Talonflame, aka Zinger. Kangaskhan, also known as Mother's Club. Sableye, known as Trollzor.
Okay.
Chandelure, known as Exorcist. And Scrafty, known as Belt Buckle.
Oh, Buckle. Oh yeah, I get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll tell you my team. I haven't nicknamed them because some of them I don't have the chance to nickname because they were bred for me or they were I got them over the GTS. So I have my Garchomp, Venusaur,
Yep.
Azumarill,
Yep.
Alakazam,
Yeah.
Rotom Wash,
Mm-hmm.
and Doublade.
Yep.
Doublade.
Why don't you evolve Doublade into a Aegislash?
Slash.
Eviolite.
You like, bitch. It's so tanky.
Mm-hmm. That thing will be taking hits all day, unless if it's a flamethrower.
Yeah, I battled my little brother with it, and the first thing he sent out was Rotom Wash, and he used straight away Will-O-Wisp. I
Ooh,
was so dirty on him.
crippling.
It was like the first thing I did was use a Swords Dance, so it pretty much put my attack back to normal.
Yeah.
So frustrating.
I
I reckon
we
my
should-
team's pretty solid, but I don't know if I'm going to get very far.
Yeah. Yeah.
And expect to see
Um,
many Kangaskhan's.
Yeah, I expect to see many Dark Void Smeagol's.
Oh, I hope there's no Dark Void Smeagol's.
I'm going to get a Dark Void Smeagol when the Pokebank comes out.
I don't know what you're
Wait.
talking about, but I think that we should probably wrap up pretty soon.
Okay,
Yes.
we'll end the show right here. So thank you guys for listening to us ramble on about some Pokemon bullshit that some people don't even like. But I hope you guys did
We'll
enjoy this
Put
little...
a disclaimer, warning, Pokemon.
Pokemans.
I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and make sure to check out our Facebooks and our Twitters and our YouTube channels in the link down below. There's all the links will be there.
And
yep.
something I'd really quickly like to say is that we're all doing randomized and Nuzlocke challenges. So if you are
Yes.
interested in Pokemon, we're all doing a Let's Play. Chalkman's doing one on White 2. Toadskii's doing one on Platinum, I believe, and I'm doing one on Soul Silver. They're all randomized Nuzlocke, so feel free to check those out if you do enjoy Pokemon. And yeah, back to Toadskii.
Yeah, so we're going to wrap up right here. So, fuck.
Genius!